Hello everyone, welcome back to another day of Inktober 2020. My name is Chris, and today's prompt is shoes. Now I'm once again drawing a character from my own original comic. This is Natu R, Aleza, and he's got big old boots. Now I'm going to continue some of the questions that I have been doing in the last couple of Inktobers. These are questions you would ask an artist sent to me by a user. So, let's continue. Okay, one of the questions is, what's your most embarrassing moment? So I guess a lot of these are art related, but I'll answer them nonetheless. My most embarrassing moment. That's a tough one. I don't know if this is the most embarrassing moment, but it's one that I can recall right now that was pretty awkward and embarrassing. It was on the first date I ever went to, and the person I was dating, I accidentally tripped them just like getting up off some chairs on a table outside, and she kind of stumbled and tripped over a flower pot that was outside, and that broke, and she almost fell into the pool. And I was just kind of like clueless, like, what do I do? And it was just kind of a mess. She got like dirt all over her clothes, and all of that didn't last very long, much after that. So that's a pretty embarrassing moment that I can recall too at the time. All right, next question. Okay. What jobs have you done other than being an artist? I've had a few, most of them manual labor of some kind. The very first job I worked at was for a grocery store, and I kind of just shifted around shifts, but I always liked having the super early morning shift, the one that starts at like 3 a.m. But then you kind of, because I was working part-time, I think I got out around 8. So it was kind of nice, you know. I did start going to sleep earlier though, but it felt nice to leave early and not have to deal with any customers. At that time, I would rather deal with, sleep deprivation and physical labor. I'd rather work with all that than interact with a bunch of people and crazy customers, because it was in a pretty bad area. Got a lot of interesting folks coming in. After that, I did a couple of other things. I've mentioned photo editing. That's a more recent one. Comic internship. I worked at Legoland, California. The most difficult one I had to do was for a propane company, and all I did was just fill up propane tanks and put them onto trucks, and it was not worth it. It didn't last long because I saw it was just not worth it. It was dangerous. You smell propane all the time. The equipment was sometimes faulty. When I had to use the forklift, it was just unpaved ground with mud everywhere, sometimes just raining, and a lot of it just didn't seem professional. It was crazy. I would go in around 8 a.m. and then sometimes leave around 11 p.m. It was probably the most amount of money I've made in any of the jobs that I had, and even still was not worth it. Actually, I remember the moment when I realized, I can't work here anymore was when my forklift got stuck around 12 a.m. in the mud. But that night when the forklift got stuck and it was just raining, I could hear thunder, and I had to go look for gravel and a plank of wood to just put underneath the wheel and try to get it out of there. because it was midnight. Everybody was asleep. Nobody was going to come and help. Nobody else was there. I had to lock up afterwards the facility. It was just insane. Not worth it. All right, last question. What memorable responses have you had to your work? The ones that are most memorable are when people say that I've inspired them in some way. I've gotten a couple of those from seemingly younger artists. There's one that I still remember that maybe it's because it was the first time that has happened to me. Somebody posted a picture and they tagged me on Twitter, and it was their character, and they drew it with like really sharp, thick lines, kind of like I tend to do digitally. And they said, "Oh, I try to mimic Lame Vision's style. Like I like his style. It looks really nice, and I try to mimic it in his style." I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Like somebody's trying to mimic me. This is super cool. So that one always stuck out to me. Anyways, everyone, that is it for Inktober 2020. This has been day 19. Only 2 more days to go. Let's see if we can end this with a bang. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Check out the rest of the Inktober 2020 playlist. And I'll see you all on day 30. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.